Hello. Today I'm going to read Dragon Master Power of the Fire Dragon. And this is the fourth book of Dragon Master by Tracy West. Chapter 1 Hold Your Fire. Vulcan, now! Rory yelled. A big red dragon shot fire from his mouth. The fire hit a bush. The bush burst into flames. Shoot quickly! Bo called out. A blue dragon darted through the air. A stream of water flowed from her mouth onto the fire. Thank you, Sho, said Bo, patting his water dragon. Vulcan, Rory said to his dragon, I said to hold your fire! Maybe he only heard fire, said Drake, trying to be helpful. Drake was 8 years old, a dragon master, His friend Rory, Bo, and Anna were Dragon Master too. A magic stone called the Dragon Stone has chosen them, and each of them has a dragon to take the care of and train. Today, all 4 Dragon Masters and their dragons were in the Valley of Clouds behind King Rory's castle. They were getting ready for a special event. Rory, you must keep Vulcan under control, roared Griffith, the wizard who trained the Dragon Master, and he turned to others. King Rory will be here soon. He wants to see what your dragons can do. Is he going to take us and our dragons to the kingdom of Arkworld? Asked Anna. Her dark eyes were shining. I've heard that Queen Rose was Summer Festival is wonderful. Yes, Griffith replied. The king plans to show off the dragons at festival. Then the dragon won't be secret any longer, said Drake. We can finally tell our families about that. And everybody will see what an amazing dragon Vulcan is, Rory added. Griffith looked worried. What's wrong, Griffith? Asked Anna. I do not know it is safe to bring the dragons out, he replied. I tried to tell the king learned about Marjorie the Dark Rose. He told them that Marjorie was planning to be attacked. The king just laughed and said he was not afraid of any old wizard. But Marjorie is dangerous, Rick said. He's better than us. His dark magic made Capri sick, and he almost stole the Dragon Stone. Griffin nodded. I know. Rory balled up his fist. If Marjorie attacks, Vulcan and I will stop him. Vulcan is the strongest dragon ever. Bo looked at Drake and shook his head. Rory was already bragging about Vulcan. You are brave, Rory, said Griffith, but you and Vulcan have not made a connection yet. Until you do, you must be careful. Rory's face got red. She looked away. Each of the Dragon Masters were a piece of the magical Dragon Stone. When they were connecting with their dragons, their stone glowed. Drake, like Bo and Anna, could hear his dragon's voice in his head. But this had not happened to Rory yet, and Drake knew it budged her to be lost. We may not have connection yet, Rory said, but that doesn't mean we could find Margaret if he attacked. Just then a soldier came into the valley. Oh, welcome, King Rory the Bold. Chapter 2 The Dragonstone. King Rory marched across the grass. He was a big man with red hair and a bushy beard. 6 guards marched behind him.
"All dragons are looking fine, wizard,"
he said in a booming voice. He nodded at Worm.
"Even that bright one."
The king has never seemed to like Worm, Rick thought. So what if he looked like a big brown worm? He's a powerful earth dragon. I'm glad that you're pleased, your majesty, said Griffith.
"Are you not pleased yet?"
the king said.
"I need to see what this beast can do. This is the first time that I show my dragon army to the world. That when we march to the kingdom of Outward, everyone be amazed."
And therefore, they're not army, they're just dragons. A girl glared at Anna.
"Silence, girl!"
he barked.
"They are more than just dragons,"
said the king. When words get out that my kingdom is protected by dragons,
nobody will dare attack us.
Mother might attack us, Drake thought, but he did not say out loud that if the king didn't listen to Griffith's warning, he won't listen to mine. Drake clapped his hand.
"Dragon Master, let us show King Rory what can you do. Please
line up." The Dragon Master had practiced for days. Drake felt excited. He couldn't wait for King Warren to see Worm's amazing powers. Griffith turned to the king. "First, I would like to present Bow and Shoe, the water dragon." Both stepped forward and bowed. Then he waved his hand at Shoe. Shoe floated over in air above them. Her blue scales shimmered. She opened her mouth and a stream of water came out. It floated in a circle around them. Then a water turned to misty, dropped, and fell into the ground. King Warren nodded, smiling. "Now I present Anna and Capri, her thin dragon," Drake announced. Anna climbed into Capri and sat in the saddle. She patted her neck. Then a slim white dragon flew up into the sky. Capri did what she did best. She swirled and looked in the air. On her way down, she sprayed misty water out of the water. Capri sent sunbeam out her mouth. Together they made a rainbow. "Ooh!" said the girls. Even King Worm was staring in wonder. "Rory and her fire dragons are not," said Griffith, pointing. Drake was nervous. It will be his and Worm's turn soon. First, Vulcan would shoot fire in the air where it couldn't hurt anything. Then Worm used his power of mind to lift all 3 dragons in the air. He watched Rory and Vulcan flew up and up. "Vulcan, fire!" Rory yelled. Vulcan didn't listen. He flew down to the ground when he landed and let a loud roar. Whoosh! A stream of fire shot from his mouth. Then a strong wind blew through the valley. "No, Vulcan!" Rory yelled. The flame charged right at King Warren. Chapter 3. What a war! The fire rolled in the air, closing it in on King Warren. Scared, his guard jumped back. Suddenly, an invisible force knocked King Warren out of the fire's path. The Drake looked at Worm. His dragon was glowing green. Driftwood knew that Worm had used his mind power to save King Roland. The fire swept past the king and died out. Two guards helped King Roland to his feet. I am fine, he said, pushing them away. Then he pointed to Vulcan. No thanks to this dragon. My name was the wind, Rory protested. Silence! yelled King Roland. I cannot let this dragon setting King Roland's castle on fire. He nodded to Shoe and Caffrey. I'll take this too. I'll take this too. What about Worm? Drake piped up. He just saved you. Save me? I did not. One of my guards pushed me out of the way, the king said. He looked at the guards. They all nodded. It wasn't a guard, Drake insisted. He looked up at Anna and Vol. He could see they felt bad for him. Rory still looked mad about Vulcan. Drake speaks the truth, Your Majesty, Griffith said. Worm used you with the power of his mind. Impossible, the king said. This plain brown dragon could have such strange powers. Capri Shoe will be the only dragon going to Kingdom of Awkward tomorrow. The king turned and stomped away. His guard marched behind him. Drake sighed, patted his dragon. It's not fair, he said to Worm. I know how great power you are. Why won't the king believe us? Chapter 4. A Wizard for a Babysitter. Stop pushing me, Rory snarled. I'm not pushing you, Drake said, moving away from the bench. It was the next morning. Griffith had asked Rory and Drake to sit quietly in the training room while the others got ready. Stop bickering, you two, he said. Stay out of trouble until Diego got here. I will not leave the Kingdom of Awkward without another wizard here to watch over the castle. Then Griffith went up to help Bo and Anna with their dragons. Sitting on the bed was boring. Drake kept squirming, and Rory kept complaining. Why does Diego have to come? To come watch us? She said. We don't need a babysitter. Well, maybe Griffith just wants to make sure that Vulcan doesn't set the castle on fire, Drake said. He knew it was the kind of mean things to say. But Rory was really bugging him. Rory's glint eye flared. It was the wind! It was the wind! Maybe, but Vulcan was supposed to shoot his fire high up in the air, they remind her. And because you can control your dragon, Worm didn't get to show what he can do. Poof! The argument ended when a short round reason appeared from them. Rory and Drake, please come with me, Diego said. They followed Diego to Griffith workshop. Diego pushed the paper off the table. He pulled a glass bowl of size of a large onion from his pocket. Next, he put a circle-shaped stand on the table and rested the ball on it. Come, look at the gazing ball, he said, waving to head over it. Let's see what we can see. What are we looking for? Rory asked. Some sign of Margaret, Diego replied. And his forehead dragon? Drake asked. One of you saw in your dream last time you were here. Well, Diego began. Rory interrupted him. But we don't even know what Margaret looks like, she pointed out. Diego took a book from another pocket. he put in a table and opened it the page. Open to the page. That's Margaret, he said. Jacob pointed a picture of a wizard with a pointy chin. He wore an eye patch on his left eye. He had a black mustache and long black beard with a white stripe. But I am not looking for Margaret's face on the gazing bowl, Diego explained. I'm looking for a red meat, a sign of his dark magic. Red couldn't look away from the picture. The dark wizard seemed to stare at Drake right from the page. He was glad when Diego closed the book. Rory and Drake was crowded around and looked at the gazing bowl with Diego. And there was no red mist, just a white fog. Welcome, Diego, Griffin called, walking into the workshop. So should I be worried about Mildred while I am gone? You should always be worried about Mildred, Diego replied. But there is no sign of his magic in the gazing bowl, and if anything happens, I'll keep your dragon master safe. I know you will, friend, Griffith said Griffith. Then he turned to Drake and Rory. Come, he said. It's time to see us off. Griffith swept out of the room. Chapter 5. Behold, the dragons! They found Bo and Anna in the train room, standing next to the dragon. Wow, you look so fancy, Rory explained. Anna wore a yellow dress that shined so like the sunlight. Bo had on a skilly blue tunic with a wave design stretched on into it. Shoe and capri scale was clean and shiny. Bo looked at Drake and gave a little bow. I will miss you, friend, he said. I'll miss you too, Drake said, bowed back, and squeezed Rory in her. I wish you could come. Someone needs to stay here to guard the castle, Rory said, trying not to show it was an important job. Anna, Bo, it's time, Griffith said. Bo and Anna got onto the dragon. They waved as two of the king guards led them out of the training room. Drake and Rory jumped up. They quickly climbed to the top of the nearest tower to see they could watch the parade. Wow, Rory cried, looking down. We can see all the way from my village up here. Drake looked too. A big crowd had come to the castle to see the dragons. His mother was probably down there. For a sign, I wish we were going too. So I did, said Drake. At least there's one thing Rory and I agreed on. Then a trumpet blared loudly in the country yard. Beyond the dragons! A guard announced. Bo and Anna came into the castle, riding Shoe and Capri, and the crowd gasped. King Rory nodded to them as he whirled on his horse, leading the dragons. Row of soldiers marched on either side. The crowd snapped and cheered as they left the kingdom. Drake and Rory watched until the dragons were out of sight. Suddenly, Drake pointed to his dragonstone. Drake looked down it. It was glowing green. Then he heard a voice inside his head. Voice from his dragon inside his head. Trouble is coming! Drake ran down the tower stairs all the way to Worm's cave. Worm was still sitting up. His eyes were bright green. What is it, Worm? What kind of trouble? Drake asked. Worm shook his head, like he wasn't sure. Worm went behind Drake. What is going on? Why did Worm tell you? He said trouble is coming, Drake replied. But he doesn't know what exactly water ran. Trouble, Drake said, walking into the cave. I haven't seen anything in the gazing world, but Worm is good at sensing things. I can make a spell to find out Margaret is blocking his magic so I can see it. I'll get on it, so don't worry. Go have fun. But Drake found Diego order hard to follow. He could not stop worrying about Worm's message. Chapter 6. Trouble in the Tower. The next morning, the sun shone brightly through the windows in Drake's room. He looked over at Bo's empty bed. It felt weird to be all alone. When he got to the dining room, Rory and Diego were already eating breakfast. Drake sat down. Rory looked mad. No, Rory, said Diego. You may not take Vulcan into the Valley of Clouds today. So first we could not go to the Ark World. And now I can't even go outside? Said Rory. The Valley with Clouds is too open. It may not be safe, said Diego, but you may take Vulcan up to the tower. Yay! Rory jumped up. If you see any danger, get right back inside the castle, said Diego, and they left to keep watch of any sign of murder. Let's go, Drake, said Rory. Then she tapped his foot while Drake quickly finished his breakfast, and they went to the dragon cave. Worm was still sleeping, so Drake didn't wake him. He needed a rest. Well, if trouble really is coming, Drake thought. Rory ran to Vulcan's cave. He snored happily when he saw her. It was a tight sneeze in the stairways, but the big dragon followed Rory and Drake up to the tower. As soon as they reached the balcony, Drake spread his wings. Then he lurched. Vulcan spread his wings. Then he lurched off the balcony and flew up into the blue sky. Rory smiled. Look how amazing he is. Drake nodded. Yes, he looks real strong. I know, Drake, Rory said proudly. And Warren. I know Warren can do amazing things too. It was the first time Rory has everything nice about Worm. Thanks, Drake said. I think that Worm is the right dragon for me, and just like Vulcan is the right dragon for you. Rory sighed. I hope so. I just wish Vulcan would connect with me. Just look up at the sky. I'm sure he will soon. Drake spotted something behind Vulcan. What's that? He asked. He guessed. Is that the dragon flying in this way? Or look at it. May be sure Capri, but this dragon has never had green scales and something else that made it different than dragons. That dragon has 4 heads! They both cried at once. Chapter 7. Guarding the Castle. The dragon swiftly flew toward the tower. Remember Diego's dream? Drake asked. He saw Marjorie riding a four-headed dragon. Rory squinted. There is a man that dragon's back. On that dragon's back. Vulcan was still flying beside the tower. He hadn't seen the other dragon there. Vulcan, come here! Rory yelled. Her dragons curved back to the tower. Curious, they watched the strange dragon came closer. He has dark green scales. Each of the dragon's 4 long legs had lighter gray scale on top of each neck was head. With short, thin snout that curved in the end of a brick. Then he saw a man riding in the dragon. He wore a red robe. He has an eye patch and a brand with white stripe with it. That's Mordred! Drake yelled. Rory jumped back. Vulcan's back. Rory, what are you going? Drake asked. I'm going to fight Mordred, he replied. I'll show King Warren what Vulcan and I can do. But Diego said we should get inside to the castle, and we need Worm's help too, Drake said. We can fight Mordred on our own. We can't fight Mordred on our own. He's too powerful. Rory wrapped her arms around Vulcan's neck. This is my castle and my kingdom. I will stay and fight. You can go help if you want, she said. Vulcan, let's go, Rory said. Vulcan flew down to the balcony. Drake knew he needed to get Diego and Worm up to quickly. Drake closed his he needed to get Diego and Worm up there quickly. Drake closed his eyes. He gripped his dragon stone. Worm, cannot, and bring Diego. Start with his mind. Please, Worm. Whoosh! A few seconds later, a green glow burst next to Drake. Worm and Diego instead appeared to the tower. Drake, what's wrong? Drake pointed to the sky. Rory and Vulcan were flying toward the marsh and the 4-headed dragon. The Hydra. Chapter 8. The Hydra. Vulcan, fire! Rory yelled. Vulcan blessed the 4-headed dragon with a stream of fire. The dragon swiftly soared up, avoiding the flame. That's the Hydra! The Hydra from my dream! She cried. Diego, I told Rory she can fight with Mordred on her own, but she wouldn't back down. She didn't have even have her saddle on him. She could slip off Vulcan any minute. Drake yelled, oh dear. Drake cried. Diego cried. He pointed his finger at Vulcan. Poof! A saddle appeared underneath Rory. Rory looked surprised for a second. Then she grabbed into the reins. Hee-yah! She cried. Hi-yah! She cried. Vulcan charged up toward the Hydra. Hydra opened all 4 mouths. Rory is still Diego said. The Hydra shoots poison, but Rory just whispered. Fire! She yelled again. Vulcan shot up more flames as just the Hydra attacked with the green with the fire and the mist met in the big air. Roar! Vulcan cried out as some of the mist hit the wing. Then he dove down to the ground to work safely. Rory held on tightly. The eagle rushed to the edge of the balcony.
Margaret, come over and
Fight like a wizard, the eagle challenged. Margaret looked at the sound of the eagle's voice. He stared at Hydra and down the balcony. Drake ducked behind Worm. Up close, he could see what Hydra's green eyes were gazing over Red.
I am not afraid for you, Diego. Your magic cannot stop me,
Mordred said. He stared right at Drake.
You are a dragon monster, aren't you?
Drake was too scared to answer.
It was your dragon that destroyed my red orb,
The wizard went on.
but your dragon little Drake released his power to me.
What do you think about Worm? Asked Drake.
React!
Diego let out a cry.
Be gone!
He pointed at Mordred. Blue lightning shoots from his finger. Smiling calmly, the evil wizard waved her hand. The blue lightning sizzled. Mordred laughed.
Is that all you fought for me, wizard?
Drake turned to Diego. Mordred is too much powerful, he whispered. We need Griffith. I'll use magic to get it quickly, but Drake, you must stay here. You use Worm to get Rory and Vulcan into safely. Drake nodded. I'll try. Diego snapped his finger and vanished. Rory and Vulcan swooped down from the sky. The fire dragon's wing was still sizzling from the poison attack. Mordred flew up high over the attack position.
Fire!
Rory yelled. Vulcan blessed the Hydra again. Then the Hydra shot more poison at Vulcan. Vulcan dodged on it, but it hit one of the castle towers. The stone fizzled and started to melt. Vulcan cut Rory's eyes. He looked frozen in fear. Rory, fly down! Drake called up to her. Touch Worm! We need to get out of here!
I know this trick,
yelled Mordred.
You aren't going to vanish into air this time.
Then he pulled out the reins of the Hydra, dark toward the tower. Worm began to glow green, but Rory still was moving. He was need to touch Worm, and he could take trash from all from there. Come on, Rory, Drake argued. Then he forced it. Worm! And then he turned to Worm. Worm, you need to float up there. Hurry. Touch Vulcan, and I jump to touch your tails. Worm nodded. He began to float. Then he heard an evil laugh. He turned Mordred holding a glowing red stone. The red light of stone. Staring, Vulcan broke under Rory. Zap! A beam of red light hit Worm right between the eyes. Drake turned backward as he watched Worm's eyes gaze over red, just like Hydra's eyes. Then he leapt from a red ball around Worm. Then the ball floated toward Mordred. Worm, no! Drake yelled. Mordred grinned. Worm is mine now. Chapter 9. Mordred's Plan. The red bubble held Worm floating in the air beside the Hydra. Mordred aimed the redstone at Vulcan. Get him away! Get him away, Rory! Yelled Drake. Rory pulled hard on the rails, just the red beam of light come bursting out of the redstone. This time Mordred's magic was second to light. Vulcan had always shoot over the castle. Drake watched Vulcan and Worm fly out of sight. he was all alone. The boy left me here, and he went with Diego got back. He wondered. Sweat broke out of his chin. Let the big brutes fly away, Mordred said. Worm is the dragon I want. Worm is what I came from. He is my prize. We're trying to contact Worm. He touches his dragonstone. Worm, can you hear me? Are you okay? Worm didn't answer. Suddenly Drake didn't feel scared anymore. He felt angry. Leave Worm alone! Margaret laughed. You didn't even know how truly powerful this dragon is. I have to know since the day I sent the spy orb to your castle. I saw his power then. I knew he was the only dragon I need to carry about my plan. Worm is my dragon, Drake called out bravely. How can you control without a dragonstone? Mordred held up the red stone. This is a red dragonstone, created by magic, dark magic. With this stone, I can make any dragon follow my orders. Drake looked at the red gaze up in Hardred's eye. Of course, Mordred must have captured the Hardred too, and he's making to attack us. What kind of bad thing will Mordred make Worm do? Drake looked at the bad feeling from his stomach. What did you need Worm for? Said Drake. You already have a four-head dragon by your side. Mordred grinned. She is powerful, but not as powerful as Worm. The wizard replied. Worm can move mountains. Worm can move armies, and he even make the earth shake. Within the red dragonstone, and Worm will be my son, and kingdom will be bowed down to me. They'll never bow to you, Drake yelled. But his whole body was shaking with fear. Where is everybody? Unless he came fast, Mordred would win. Chapter 10. Rory to the rescue. Ron, can you do anything to stop Mordred? He dragged up, but Worm didn't answer. It's not yours. You can't take him. He shouted at Mordred. Just let me do it, Mordred said with an evil grin. Drake watched helplessly as Mordred pulled the Hydra's reins. The Hydra turned away from the tower. The wizard began to fly off, with Worm floating behind him. The Drake heard a loud roar. Vulcan came speeding through the air and roared back. They had circled the castle. Rory stopped at the tower. Climb on! Rory yelled. Drake swiftly got to the saddle behind Rory. He put arms around her. Hurry, Drake yelled as Vulcan took up. Drake's stomach jumped. When he looked, the ground was spinning. Vulcan, stop Mordred! Vulcan, stop Mordred! Cried Rory. Vulcan soared until he caught up with the Hydra. Mordred slapped the reins against the Hydra's back. It spurred her to go faster. But Vulcan was fast too. He flew over Hydra's head. Then he used a big upside-down loop in the air. They gripped Rory and closed his eyes tightly. When he opened them, Vulcan was head-to-head with Hydra. Mordred would glare at Dragon Master. Your children are annoying me, he said. Hydra! All four dragons snapped to action. Then all four mouths opened. Drake could see the green tornado swoon inside each one. Vulcan, fire! Rory yelled. Make it big! Drake added. Before Vulcan could attack, Mordred pointed his finger at Dragon. This red lightning shoots from that and that Vulcan. The Vulcan froze in the midair. Vulcan, fly! Rory pleaded. But the dragon was like a big statue floating in the air. Drake looked down. He and Rory could jump. He were too high up. Hydra, attack! Chapter 11. The Red Dragonstone. The Hydra aimed all four dragons at Rory. The poison will hit the Drake thought. It melts down. He shivered. Suddenly, a bright white light filled the air. Drake had to shield his eyes. You could hear the Hydra scream. The light faded. Drake looked up. Anna and Capri swooped down from the sky. Capri was shining a sunbeam down from the sky. Capri was shining a sunbeam on the Hydra. All the four-headed dragons thrashed around, confused. The poison dragon's tornado shot rapidly to the left, missing Drake and Rory. Mordred lost his hold and Renee scrambled to grab him. Poof! Diego appeared to the tower. Diego, you did it! Drake said happily. We can as fast as we could, Diego said. Then she swept carrying Bo and Griffith. She flew off the tower and Griffith jumped up to join Diego. She can cure dark magic spells. Drake remembered she cured Emperor Song back in both kingdoms. Bo! Mordred used dark magic on Vulcan! Drake yelled. She can heal him! Drake nodded and literally flew down to Vulcan. The Hydra was still screaming under the light of Capri's sunbeam. Mordred struggled to control her, but he couldn't stop Shu. Both whispered in Shu's ear. A misty blue cloud floated from his mouth. Then a light blue mist rained from Vulcan's head. The mist shimmered in the sky. Then the mist settled. Vulcan began to flap his wings. Vulcan, are you okay? Rory cried. Over the tower, Diego and Griffith faced each other. Lightning shot from their fingertips, and a ball of blue energy began from between them. We can't defeat Mordred, but we need time. Griffith called to the Dragon Master. Don't let him get away, added Diego. Mordred grabbed up the ring. With his other hand, he shot a red beam at Capri. He steered Capri away and attacked Mitt, but her sunbeam stopped. The Hydra started to calm down. Mordred held up the redstone. Worry, you can steer Vulcan next to the Hydra. Drake asked. We can destroy the redstone. I think Worm and Hydra will back into normal. No problem, Drake said. He steered a Vulcan sharp to the left. Mordred held up the red dragonstone. A beam shot out, headed for Vulcan. Worry, look up! Drake warned. Rory pulled hard on Vulcan's rings, pulling him straight up. Drake's stomach lurched. The red beam zapped past them. Vulcan dove back down like a hawk diving for prey. He flew so fast that Mordred couldn't hit them if he tried. Now! Rory yelled past Mordred. Drake reached and and smacked the red dragonstone out of Mordred's head. It flew through the air. No! The evil wizard cried. The dragonstone hit one of the towers and shattered into pieces. Yes! They cheered. Poof! The red bubble around Worm vanished. The red in eyes slowly changed from red back to green. Drake glanced at Hydra. All eight of her eyes looked normal too. Worm turned to face Mordred. The dragon's eyes glowed green. The whole body began to glow. Mordred floated up to the Hydra's back. Worm used the powers of his mind to keep Mordred floating in the air.
Stop! I command you!
The wizard screamed and dangled in the midair. The Hydra forward head looked around, confused. Then she flew away. The spell is ready now, Griffith yelled. Everyone get away from Mordred. The dragon master quickly flew out of the way. The blue bar of energy between Griffith and Diego was the size of a small boulder. The wizard's house stood on end. They moved their arms, pushing their energy toward Mordred. The evil wizard looked angry as the ball of blue energy raced closer to him. That is not over. Nothing can hold me, Mordred yelled, and then poof! He disappeared. He moved to the tower. The dragon hurled around the two wizards. Did Mordred escape? Where did he go? Drake asked. He didn't exclaim. We sent Mordred to the wizard council prison. It is quite magic poof. Diego exclaimed. I'm very proud of all of you, Griffith said. Drake and Rory especially. You defend the castle. Oh, the king will told you for your bravery. And now King Roland cried. He's going to be angry when we left King Roland Festival in such a hurry. That's true, Griffith agreed. Run could they quickly, Drake said. Then he paused. That is, if Worm and Vulcan are invented now, with my every type form. The Dragon Master reached for Worm. The Jaeger and the Griffith touched them too. Worm, take us to the King Roar's castle, Drake said. Worm's body glowed green and disappeared. And whoosh, they all disappeared. Chapter 13. The King's Surprise. The Dragon Master Wizard and Dragon approached the courtyard of King Roy's castle. Drake's eyes got wide. He took an amazing snout. King Roy and King Roy sat at a head table. People from King of Awkward sat at the other table, all piled thigh-high with food. Everyone gasped at the sound of the dragons. They began to clap and cheer. How wonderful! King Roy cried as he stood up. You tricked us, King Roy. I thought your dragons had left us, but that was just part of a surprise. They have returned with 2 new dragons. King Roy cussed. Yes, that is exactly what I planned it, he said. Griffith, why didn't you introduce our new dragons? Griffith said forward. This form, he said. He pointed to the brown dragon. One can not look strong, but his mind was powerful. He is the one who transported us from the Bracken to here in blink of eye. Everyone clapped. Drake could hear the crowd whispering. And this is Vulcan. Griffith said, pointing Rory. Rory, show us Vulcan can do safely. Rory nodded. I can do that, she said, but her voice was shaking. Drake guessed she was nervous that Vulcan might not listen. Suddenly, her dragonstone began to glow. Vulcan closed her eyes. I can hear Vulcan's voice in my head, she cried. It's happening! We finally connect! Vulcan slowly stepped forward in the center of the courtyard. A dim black flame streamed from his nose side. One by one, he lit the candlestick on each table. The queen rose clapped. Wonderful! You're lucky! Wonderful! You're lucky to have such an amazing dragon! King Warren, thank you for sharing them with us today. King Warren smiled. They are amazing, he said proudly. The Dragon Master looked one another and smiled. Now everyone knows how special you are, Drake told Warren, and his dragon smiled. Chapter 14. A new dragon? The next afternoon, the Dragon Master went to the Valley of Climbs for flying practice. Before they could begin, King Warren marched in with his guard. I must have a word with you all, he said in his gruff voice. I must have a word with you all, he said in a gruff voice. Oh no, Drake thought. The king is mad about to bring Worm and Vulcan to see the king, but he seemed so happy with us last night. Griffith had told me the great battle that happened yesterday, the king said. A battle against Dark Wizard and a four-headed beast. It wasn't a beast, he piped up. That dragon didn't do anything wrong. The wizard may still attack it. Still, it was very brave for you all, he said, and I am very grateful. Drake could not believe his eyes. Is this really happening? Is the king thanking us? Tonight, I'm trying the big feast in your honor, King Warren. Drake and Rory, I understand you have a family in our kingdom. They will be invented. Yay! Drake and Rory cheered. I may even invite King Rose. The king added. His cheek got a little red. He coughed. Since he is very fond of the dragons. He turned to Griffith. And you may invite the little round flue who came around. Thanks, you majesty, Griffith said. Diego will be pleased. Yes, thank you, the Dragon Master said. As the king left, everyone stared as talking at him. A feast, cried Bo. I get to see my mom, Drake cried. And my dad, added Rory. Suddenly, Bo pointed in the sky. What is that? The Hydra flying across the freshets of the side of the valley. He had four-headed dragons swooped down and landed nearby. Oh, she looks sad. Anna's right, Griffith said. Anna's right, Griffith said. Come, let us see. The Hydra needs our help. Together they slowly approached the dragon, Worms glittering around ahead of everyone. He stood from the Hydra for a moment. Then Drake heard Worm's voice in his head. She is far from home, he said, but her home is not safe. She would like to stay here. Worm said she needs to stay with us, Drake told everyone. Where she's from isn't safe. Worm told you that? Griffith said. Drake nodded. Yes, I knew that Worm could talk to other dragons, but there is the first time he shared their thoughts with me. So can the Hydra stay with us? Of course, Griffith said. We will give her a cape for her very own. The Hydra slowly raised foreneck and stared at the Dragon Master. Her eye was pretty yellow color. Anna approached her and gently stroked her neck. I wonder what her name is, Anna said. Griffith smiled. There will be the new Dragon Master to choose. A new Dragon Master? Drake said. Drake, really? Yes, Griffith said. The Dragonstone will choose one for us soon. I wonder who it will be, Bo asked. Drake smiled. I can wait to find out. The end. This is the end of Dragon Master, the fourth book of Dragon Master, Power of the Fire Dragon. Next time, I'll read Dragon Master Song of the Poison Dragon by Stretchy West. Bye-bye.